Welcome back to Create a Life. My name's Tina, and I have another haul from one of the stores. It's becoming one of my favorites. I ordered a few things from Kellofaplan. There should be another video coming out as soon as I get my one I got on sale. So I was wanting these, and I finally bit the bullet and purchased them because I really love functional stickers. I think I have enough of like decorative, but I am lacking some in functional. And whenever I go to look for a color that I really want, I can't find it. Hold on just a second. I need to take a drink. It's only water. It should be coffee, because I definitely could use some coffee today. So the first book I got was Header Boxes and Dots and Checklists. And I know there's tons of videos out there about it. We're going to flip through them pretty decently quick because of that fact. And there's not a bunch of things to show off. So it's basically the same thing in different colors. So we're going to put this one aside, and we're going to start with Header Boxes. You get 1,800 in here, by the way. Oops, sorry, I hit the... So, this is reds, orange, a lighter orange. Then we have teal. These are all just headers. And then like a darker teal. Then we have this pretty blue. This is a blue that's really hard for us to find when we need it. So I'm glad I got those. This is a very light lavender. I'm happy about that too. And this pink that is like in everything in the planner community. This is a really light, kind of like a tannish yellow. Then of course we have black. Then we have a little brighter pink. We have this subdued pinky orange. Then we have this yellow color. Then we have like this sage, well, it's a little lighter than the sage green. The second one's more like a sage green. Seafoam, that's what it reminds me of, seafoam green. And then there's a sage green. And I don't know what color you'd call this, but it's really light. It's definitely like an Eastery. And then that same color, but darker. Then we have this pretty blue. I love this blue. It's like a bluish purple. And then, of course, we have another little darker lavender. And then we have baby girl pink. And then this is like a mahogany color. And then this is like a little brighter orangish red. This is the mustard yellow, which I have a lot of things that I have with. And this is a teal color. And this is like an aqua teal. And another teal. Oop, hold on. Let's see if we can't get this. And then we have this pretty blue. This is like a navy blue. And then we have this is like eggplant, an eggplant purple. This is like a rosy eggplant. This is cool. It's like a pink purple. fuchsia and eggplant mixed together. This is more fuchsia. There we go. So that's the header boxes. Now we're going to look at dots and checklists. We're going to start out here with checklists. Here's all your colors of red. Different shades of red, almost into the pink, all the way up to the really dark. And you get 3 of the longer ones and 3 rows of the long ones and 1 row of the 3s. Then look at all those. With all these, you should definitely be able to find a color that is going to match your spread. So these are all the reds that match the reds that you get in the checklist. Here's all the pretty yellow, almost to the orange. And there's the dots that go with it. And I want to make sure. Because they said that they made these dots a little smaller. And oh my goodness, they actually did. These dots aren't as big as the ones they used to have. So that's great. They'll work in your planner way better. I know everybody was complaining about that. I didn't. I just put them on top of each other if they didn't fit. But a lot of people want perfection, so those dots will definitely work. Here is the yellows. Look at those. Those are so pretty. Definitely be able to find any color of dots you need in this book. Then we have the greens, like the blue greens. We got the dots to match. These are the blues. Those are some pretty blues. More like aqua blue colors. And a couple teals. Oh, maybe they are the teals because the blues are coming. So this is their shade of teals. And here's the dots. And then here's the pretty blues. I love this country blue. I need a whole page of just dots of those because I use that color constantly. And here's the whole page. Then we go into our pretty pinks and mauves. That's almost a mauve. I love those. And then here's the dots. Then we go into, this is more like the neutral palette. And the dots that go with it, they're more like the neutral pinks, not bright, but subdued some. And then here's the brighter pinks for you. And then here's your dots to go with it. And here's your neutral tone color. Your browns and cream. There's theirs. Then we're going to get into your gray and black. And there's your whole page of dots for that. Then we're going to get into your rainbow. Here's your rainbow ones and your rainbow dots. And then here's the pastels and your pretty pastel dots. And these are like baby neutrals, I guess is what I'd call them, because they're not as dark as the other neutrals. They're lighter, but they're really pretty. And the dots that go with it. And then these would definitely be like jewel tones. And the dots that go with that. So, these are very good books to have, and they sat in my cart for a long time. And I'm so happy that I finally pulled the trigger, because I know now that anytime I need to make a list, I'll have a checklist, or I can use little dots and headers, and I'll be able to find the color that I need for my spread. Once again, thank you for joining me at Create a Life. Make sure you take care of your family, and you make sure they know how much you love them. And God bless, and I will see you next time. Bye.